Carnal beginnings. Natural birth, the origin of your true identity. But for now, I believe it's best to begin in a place we all recognize. The beginning of our journey into this carnal world. Consider this a spiritual refresher, a way to reconnect with the truth hidden beneath all the distractions of this world. I want to share this new cultivated revelation of God, but words alone won't be enough. Regardless of your awareness, God has always been present, subtly infusing truth into your every action. I'll guide you through the process in the same order these moments came to me, the moments that led me to this new resting place in God. You can't just hear an explanation and expect transformation. You must be prepared to traverse the process. Let me give you an example. As a musician, I've noticed something powerful in a song. If the songwriter creates an interesting enough chorus, people will leave the experience humming the tune. If the tune truly endures, they will always have it with them, and someone will inquire, "What's that song you've been whistling all week?" That's great. But if you never learn the verses, the chorus doesn't mean much. The verses tell the story. And if you sing the song long enough, you will realize it's your story too. A catchy moment is not all I want to give you. I want you to experience the whole song, every verse, every note. I want you to sing with me and walk through this revelation as I've lived it. We're not as dissimilar as you might suspect. In fact, we're all more connected than we realize.
I need you. You need me. We all need each other.
So let's begin at the beginning.
Your beginning.
Our earthly tale began naturally. Thus a natural start seems proper. After all, the natural is what we're most aware of. With these natural examples, I hope to shift your mental approach toward the spiritual and awaken your spiritual consciousness. If you ask me to recall my earliest memory, it would likely be carnal, something I experienced through my physical body, through my 5 natural senses. I imagine the same would be true for you. Of course, I don't remember my conception. But for the sake of this journey, it's fitting to start at that point where my natural life began, in my mother's womb. Her womb was filled with the seed of man, which set in motion the miraculous process that formed my physical body. And in that moment, my pure, unstained spirit was knit together with my physical form, a body that began to age and decay the very moment that conception occurred. That may sound dramatic, but it's simply the reality of existence in a fallen, flawed world. Most of the secular world would have you accept that we are nothing more than flesh and bone. But I know, with no doubt, that my spirit met this temporary shell in my mother's womb. That's where the eternal was wrapped in the physical. In those earliest moments of life, I depended entirely on my mother. I needed her to eat the right things so I could grow strong and healthy. Whatever she consumed, I consumed too. That was my only option. If she didn't eat enough, I probably gave her a few swift kicks to remind her I was still waiting for dinner. Her nourishment was my lifeline. The wrong choice on her part could affect me, even if it didn't affect her directly. I couldn't survive without her, and I can't help but wonder if, even as an unborn child, I sensed the source of my life. Maybe I recognized that cord, that sacred connection between us. Perhaps I reached for it, tugged at it, tried to hold on when I was still hungry and the flow slowed. It's the same with God. Long before we understand the connection, we reach for it. Long before we can name it, we know we need it. That longing, that silent reaching, is where the journey truly begins. God left his fingerprint on everything in the physical world, not to keep us focused on the natural, but to lead us into the spiritual. Every created thing speaks of him and draws us toward him. Understanding that connection between the natural and the spiritual awakens something in us. Whether I understood the bond between my mother and me or not, the nourishment still came. And in the same way, we are always feeding our spiritual consciousness, even when we don't realize it. Everything we allow into our lives, every idea, word, emotion, and experience feeds something. Whether or not we recognize it is being consumed by the spirit consciousness within us. Our spirit is constantly trying to reshape how we see ourselves, how we understand God, and how we walk in this world. This spiritual consciousness is your present awareness of your identity and spirit. Once you grasp that, it puts a whole new spin on the phrase, "You are what you eat." A wise man once said, "For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction." And make no mistake, every choice, every action, and every piece of information we take in is creating something. It is building something in our lives or spilling into the lives of those around us. If we constantly feed on carnal things, we reproduce carnality. But if we feed our spirit, we give birth to spiritual things. It's up to us. We get to choose what we consume and how we release it into the world. Your true spirit cannot be changed. It is already perfect and complete. What changes is our awareness of the spirit and the way we choose to manifest that spirit in our physical lives. We were created by our Creator, and like him, we are always creating. The spirit within you longs to take part in this world, and your flesh cries out to encounter the spirit. The physical world is just a reflection, a temporary interpretation of your current spiritual understanding. It's time to see your life for what it truly is. Spirit first. The physical world may be what we see, but the spirit is who we are. And when that truth becomes real to us, we are one step closer to finding ourselves. I want to start by saying, I love my mother, father, and all of my family. My family life wasn't perfect. In fact, it was far from it. But even in its brokenness, it was the first and closest example of God's love I would ever experience in this world. Somehow I found love in the midst of pain, misunderstanding, and hardship. Let's be honest. We've all made poor decisions. We've all made mistakes and carry regrets that lie hidden behind the walls of the people we call family. Whether we realize it or not, these choices affect our families more than we understand. I bring this up because I want to show you how the spiritual and physical are constantly interacting, complementing or conflicting with one another. One can build you up, the other can tear you down. And most of the time, one is feeding off the other. There's no way to separate them. You can't disconnect your spirit from your body and still sustain life. We are triune beings, mind, body, and spirit, and they are eternally interwoven. Spirit itself cannot be broken, changed, or separated. But transformation happens through the physical manifestation of awareness. I want to help you become more conscious of the natural order of things, so your spiritual awareness can awaken. I suspect some of my statements might contradict your prior learning. It may even contradict some of your educational or religious philosophies. But I'll bet, right now, you're sensing something inside that's resonating. You can perceive this as more reasonable than some things you spent years trying to believe. That's because it's truth. Your spirit recognizes it. Your perception of reality is already changing. You're waking up. And this is not unusual. This is who we are. That is why such effort is needed to convince ourselves to accept worldly teachings. Because those teachings do not reflect our true selves. The things you'll experience while reading this book will seem more natural than anything you've encountered. That's because, spiritually, you are already aware of these things. The world just taught you to forget. Now, remember. Sometimes, without realizing it, our sense of identity is passed down. From generation to generation is learned behavior. The church of the world might call it a generational curse, but really, it's just patterns we've inherited. Through example, not necessarily through fault. That doesn't mean we can blame everything on our parents or family. We each possess the capacity to make our own choices, and we alone will be held accountable for our actions in this world and the one to come. The Bible says each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. Then after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death. All of these outcomes are experienced in the natural realm. But if we learn to identify these patterns, we can break them. If you really look at your life, chances are you'll find many similarities between your choices and those of your relatives. Most people swear they'll never end up like their parents, but many do. We repeat behaviors, attitudes, and reactions, both good and bad. Did you ever contemplate why that's so? Let's think about it. How long does it take to make a decision? A second? Maybe two. These quick decisions can change our lives or someone else's forever. Now imagine your mind as a piggy bank. You can only take out what you've put in. You can't drop in a penny and expect to pull out $1. If you put in pennies, that's what you'll get back. It's the same with our decision making. When life hits us with a challenge, our mind reaches into that piggy bank labeled similar situations. We retrieve what we've seen done before. Most times we do what we remember our parents or friends doing. Especially in situations demanding quick decisions, we fall back on what's familiar. Why? Since we lack awareness of the consequences of an alternate decision, it's more secure to reiterate known facts. I'm sharing this with you so you can realize how learned behavior operates. When you recognize it, you can rewrite the pattern. You can choose something new. You can determine that these past cycles will not dictate your future path.
It is crucial to understand something significant. It is crucial to understand something significant. These so-called generational curses possess only the authority we bestow upon them. We are not obligated to rely solely on carnal, physical sources to shape our reality. We have full access to a spiritual source, a superior source, able to help us create new outcomes and disrupt old patterns. The question is, are you willing to let God make deposits into your piggy bank? God offers us something miraculous, A chance to be born from above, to realize our true identity, and to reclaim our spiritual inheritance. He gives us the opportunity to live a new life, free from every curse and broken cycle that has followed us. Our only task is to open the door and invite him into our lives. Now, does that mean we instantly become new people? For some, maybe, but for most of us, no. It wasn't immediate for me. Transformation is usually a process. But what is ours from the moment we choose to receive it is a new source of wisdom, strength, and insight to help us make better choices. Our only task is to allow our inner spirit to guide us. When we understand who we are and where our true source comes from, we begin to awaken. And with that awakening comes access to a new kind of influence, a divine influence that had always been there, but was waiting to be remembered. These identities were never misplaced, only dormant, unchanging, waiting to spring into action. The spirit within us is ready to overtake our carnality, not to destroy us, but to become us, to release our true identity into the world, one moment at a time. Take this moment, allow yourself to wake up to the truth that you are not alone and you are more than what you've shown the world so far. The world is waiting for you to remember who you are. Because when you awaken, you help others awaken too. You are part of the awakening. This story includes you. Take your place and take part in the experience.
What defines you? Are you a natural being? A spiritual being? Somewhere in between? The answer is all the above. But your true identity comes from God, who is spirit. You weren't created to stumble around in this world guided by the teachings of a powerful few whose only interest is serving their own agenda, teaching the masses to dismiss the spirit, embracing the natural world as our final destination, and crowning ourselves as gods of our own lives, all while stripping us of the power we were born to carry. That's been the lie since the beginning. So many of us have fallen prey to this, even while sensing that something was wrong deep within. We are not God, but God lives in us, through us, and as us. He sits on a heavenly throne, and that heaven now lives within us. Even so, against that inner knowing, we continue to follow carnal thinking and reject our spiritual inheritance. The reality is this: we are more aware of the natural world than the spiritual one. We are fixated on the subject, we are engrossed by that fact, and it influences our self-perception. Here's the truth: we were never meant to be defined by this world. We were created to transform the atmosphere, not be molded by it. This understanding repositions us both in this world and in the kingdom of heaven. We have to set our gaze on the source of our transformation, and that source is found only within the one who created us in his image. We have to stop letting our life circumstances, whether fortunate or unfortunate, determine who we are. Instead, we must allow the spirit within us to conduct the symphony that is our life. We must choose to disconnect from the natural so that we can fully connect to the spiritual. This isn't always easy, but when love draws you in, this is no longer perceived as a task. This becomes natural. It becomes who you are. So follow that voice deep within. Let your feet carry you out of the natural, and allow yourself to leap into the supernatural. We are not what we experience in the natural.
You might say my life is perfect, I'm happy just the way it is. Or you might say my life has been horrible. At first glance, those two statements seem to exist on opposite ends of the emotional spectrum, but both are rooted in the same thing, natural experience. They both describe life through a lens defined by physical senses and circumstances. That is among the initial difficulties we must conquer to embrace our spiritual identity completely. I've had seasons in my life where things were going great, financially, emotionally, mentally, and physically. I thought I already had everything that I required. It seemed to me that I didn't require anyone or anything to be happy. But that kind of happiness is rooted in temporary things, and everything temporary will eventually fade. It always does. And when it's gone, that happiness reveals itself to be empty. God's kingdom is not like this world, it has no end. And the joy of his kingdom is not conditional, it isn't based on wealth, success, or circumstance. There have also been times in my life when everything seemed to fall apart. I have found myself at death's door. I've lost loved ones, I've lost everything I owned. I experienced physical, emotional, and verbal abuse. I've been in toxic relationships. I've struggled with addiction, anger, violence, and unforgiveness. I've had my heart broken into pieces by people I trusted. The list goes on and on. Life has had its highs and its lows. But guess what? Everyone has been through both the good and the bad are part of this world. And both, when the moment arrives, will be left behind in this world when we go. Neither of them defines who I am.
I know experience.
So if the natural doesn't define us, where do we find our identity?
The spiritual realm is the only place I've ever been able to glimpse my true identity. That identity originated with God, and one day it will return to Him. We've been victims of identity theft, and the thief is the carnal world and the carnal mind. As spirits, we came into being. We live in a fallen world. We dwell in bodies made of flesh. But we still have access to the spiritual realm, and that access is our birthright. There is something in this physical world that perfectly reflects spirit, that is love. If you'll permit, love can consume you, it can overcome you. This can awaken the truest version of who you are. Let love be the light that guides you. May it be the door that opens your spirit. Let this love lead you to the Creator and to creation. In love, love created love. I was created to tell you, you are His creation. We were created to remind one another of who we are, and where we came from. It's time to recover what belongs to you. Dive into the spirit, let your true identity rise into awareness. Soak in the presence of the Creator and you will ring out your true nature. The moment has arrived to stop wrestling with your carnal mind. Find a quiet place, surrender to the Spirit. You will find abundant wisdom and revelation. In your heart, you will remember the truth that has always been a part of you. The source of your awakening is already within. All you have to do is remember. Remember where you came from. Remember who you are. Remember why you're here. Stop trying to figure everything out. Just remember. Remember what you've simply forgotten. Reclaim your identity. Give the world what no one else can. You are unique. You are irreplaceable. And what you came here to experience can only be experienced by you. This must be the genuine you. Spiritual you.
Finding our true identity.
Where is our identity?
How many times have you asked yourself, in the privacy of your own thoughts, this question? Who am I? I'm aware I've asked it before, but I believe it's a question that demands repeated examination to fully comprehend. We've all asked ourselves this question at some point in life. But have you ever noticed what happens the moment you ask it? It's like we become spectators of our own lives. We start by examining ourselves as though we floated out of our bodies like a near-death experience, looking down, trying to analyze who we are from the outside. Why do we do this? Because we frequently believe identity is seen, something perceived by others. We assume our identity is how we appear to the world around us. If that's the case, why do we keep looking inward for resolution? It would seem as if asking others who we are might be more logical. But that doesn't sit well, does it? This is because deep down we sense something else is at play. We are aware there is more to this physical form. There's something inside of us that can't be seen from the outside. Still, we continue to explore outward for the answer, when what we're truly searching for can only be found within. We are not a we do. Most people try to find their identity in the carnal world. But our true identity can only be found in the spiritual world. Here's a problem. If we don't grasp that we are spirit, we will never comprehend who we really are, or the true image in which we were created. When we look to the outside for answers, we measure our identity by what we do because that is what is outwardly apparent. And with that as our measuring stick, it's easy to conclude we're nothing more than our behavior. We label ourselves by our actions. You've probably said it, I'm a good person. Or maybe, I'm a bad person.
When we think of ourselves as good, we cling to the good things we've done. When we view ourselves negatively, we can't forget the bad choices we made. These are two entirely different conclusions, but they're built on the same flawed foundation, a natural lens.
Everyone does it.
How many times have you told yourself you were something you did? I'm a doctor, I'm an athlete, I'm a preacher, I'm a prophet, I'm a teacher. But we are so much more than what we do. This physical realm is only a shadow of the spiritual world, God's true creation, which is eternal and unseen.
Here's the truth that you must take hold of. You are not a physical being with a spirit. You are a spiritual being visiting this physical realm. Once you understand this truthfully, only then will you find the answers your heart has been searching for. You don't have to create or discover your identity. Your identity already exists. You only need to remember it. And when you do, when you truly recall what you are, it will recreate itself within you. That is when you'll find rest. That is where your soul will finally exhale. You probably heard the phrase, you must be born again. Some translations say it like this: born from above. That version always resonated with me more deeply. It came alive for me during a powerful time of deep prayer. What I saw and experienced caused me to dig deeper into my understanding. In the vision, I saw myself as a ball of light sitting on the lap of the Creator. Nothing was spoken out loud, but I perceived His words deep within myself. I sensed Him in my spirit. I experienced His love, pure, overwhelming, and full of joy. Fear was absent. Peace and excitement filled me as we focused our attention together, looking down on earth from the heaven above. He looked at me with pride and asked, "Are you ready to go?" And I said yes. No sadness existed, no sense of parting. We didn't say goodbye because it was clear to us both that this wasn't the end. We would see each other again soon. And just like that, the vision ended. But the impact of it lingered. The change didn't fade. A profound internal shift occurred. Could this have been more than a vision? Possibly a glimpse into a place I'd been before, a memory sealed in my spirit long before my body ever took its first breath. A birth into flesh at the moment just before conception. I'm not entirely sure, but if it was, then it was a memory of a choice made in perfect love, without fear, without regret. And now I am spending my life here, allowing that memory to awaken and recreate itself through me. I feel as if I am now returning to the place of divine remembrance and letting my life become a living reflection of who I was before the world. Try to tell me who I am before the noise, the fear, and the forgetting.
Right now, I want to ask you to find a mirror and observe yourself. What do you see? Observe the image before you look deep beyond the surface. You are not the fleshy shell you see with these mortal eyes. You are so much more than your eyes can interpret. Now, touch the cold, lifeless image in the mirror. Next, put your hand on your face, on the warm, soft flesh of your uniquely created body. What do you feel? Do you feel like you're touching the real you inside? Or does it seem like you're just scratching the surface? That sensation, the divide between what you see and what you know, is intentional. Something deep within you is calling out, is pleading to be heard. Your body is merely the shell of your true identity. You are spirit. You were created as a spirit placed into a mortal body in a foreign world, and deep down, you already understand this. You've just been taught to deny it by a world that doesn't understand it. But you sense it. You believe there is something more profound inside you. You can sense your own complexity, your uniqueness. You are aware that you're no accident. This is a knowledge we're all born with, but we've been trained to ignore it. Now it's time to stop ignoring. It's time to start remembering. The real truth is not in the mirror. It's not in your reflection. It is beneath the surface and beyond the 5 natural senses. This unexplainable sensation is in fact explainable, and embracing it is the initial step towards self-discovery. I want to help you be at ease in your own skin. You are special. You are perfect. You are worth more than you can ever imagine. You are valuable to your Father in heaven, to those closest to you, and to a world that was waiting for your arrival before you were ever born. Yes, you are that valuable. Let me help you see yourself the way God sees you.
It's time to stop looking outward and start looking inward. The reason you haven't found the answers you've been searching for is because you've been looking in the wrong direction. The world doesn't know who you are, but the one inside you does. The one who chose to take up residence within you is experiencing himself through you. He knows everything about you, and he's waiting for you to search for him within yourself, perhaps just for a moment, to share in your frustrations, to celebrate in your joys. He just wants you to be with him, to be aware that he is there and that he is with you. He wants you to open the most vulnerable parts of yourself and let him love you. He and you are now. You are not yesterday, you are not tomorrow. You are this present moment, and every moment is eternity, and eternity is found in every moment. The kingdom of heaven is within you, and on the throne of that kingdom sits the King of all kings. Think about that. You are so special to him that he put the entire kingdom of heaven inside of you. Why? Because love wants to be close. Love wants to be so close that the two become one, so close that they can never be separated. He is love, and so are you. So find your moment, go deep within yourself. Let yourself be vulnerable. Knock, the door will open. You will not be disappointed. Take a peek inside, take a deep breath, step across the threshold. Once you do, you'll never look back. Keep going, press deeper still, journey inward. When you get there, you will find someone waiting for you. In that moment, you will find yourself. You will finally experience the you that's been waiting to be known. In that restful place, you will find love. And he who is love will consume you and receive you unto himself. So go ahead, take your moment. Allow yourself to be transformed.
The one who lives inside of you, the one who created you, is a part of you, and you are everything he is.
If you want to know who you are, you must get to know who he is.
When I first started hearing this message, I didn't understand it completely. But even just hearing it, something happened. It dug deep into my subconscious, it quickened my spirit, it released revelation into my heart. It awakened my consciousness to a new reality. Now, I want to walk you through it. This revelation is powerful and it's ready to be released into your life. And once it does, it will spill into the world around you. Change is coming. This change will be the easiest thing you've ever allowed to happen. In fact, it's already happening right now. In this very moment, you are who you were created to be. You were perfectly created out of perfect love. We are all products of the Creator, created in His image. That image is spirit, not flesh. That's why we struggle to identify with the reflection in the mirror, because that reflection isn't the whole story. We learn about ourselves by spending time with Him and the Spirit. We also find ourselves in each other. When we gather together and invite His presence into the physical realm, we become reflections of one another. We become mirrors of the Spirit. It is in this collision where spirit meets flesh that we begin to gather the pieces of our true identity. We find ourselves when we lose ourselves in the glory of His visitations and the power of His word and the miracle of His revelation. Let us gather together again. Let us walk upright, fully formed, fully spirit, molded into the image of our original design, created in spirit, not in flesh. We no longer need to strive for perfection. We only need to accept that the one who lives in us is already perfect. And when we set our eyes on Him, we receive transformation, not by works, but through connection.